store-bought canes. They're made completely from scratch. The stripes go all the way through, and they taste wonderful.
Let's start making our candy canes. So as you can see, he's adding about 15 pounds of sugar and a little bit of water to the kettle. After we let that settle for a minute, he's going to add a little bit of corn syrup and then stir the mixture. After stirring, we'll heat the mixture up to about 320 degrees. Once it begins to boil, we'll take the mixture off the copper kettle and pour it onto the metal table. We use a metal table because it holds the heat into the mixture and keeps it from cooling too quickly. Here you can see him adding the peppermint flavoring. Now that the mixture is cooled a little bit, he's going to push it into two blobs. The one that you see on the right is the one that we're going to put the red food coloring in. Now that the food coloring is in the first one, we're going to mix it up with a butter knife. As you can see, it's really hard to do at first and sometimes it gets stuck. Then, to keep the mixture from cooling down too quickly, we're going to flip it over a few times. From here, we'll shape the mixture into a triangle and flip it over about every 5 seconds or so. As he stretches out the white mixture, we continue.
Pull it to cool it and orient the sugar so when you roll it and pull it, it pulls out to a straight cane. You can see where the grain and the sugar is starting to line up now. As it cools off, it will start to turn white. The sugar will go back to the pure white that it started from in the bag in a little bit.
Now that we've finished stretching the white, we'll shape it into a triangle just like we did with the red. Now that both are really smooth and well heated, we're going to begin to cut the red into 3 pieces. We're going to smooth these pieces out and make them very flat. Once we've done that, we'll add them to the white blob and we'll roll it for a little bit. Once he's twisted and stretched out enough of the mixture, we'll begin to cut it into small pieces. We'll eventually bend those into candy canes, but as you can see right now, they're just too ratchet to bend into candy canes. Now that the pieces are starting to look a little bit better, we'll start to bend them. However, before we bend them, we usually have to roll them out to bring them smoother. After that, we'll actually bend them, which can be really hard. If you don't do it soon enough, they crack, and it's really hard to get them in the right shape sometimes. We'll have to do that about 300 more times in this batch. As you can see here, we have our first batch of candy canes. And I'm honestly probably gonna have to make about 700 more of these, so wish me luck, and I really hope you enjoy them.